Yes, my people, I am back again for the night edition of exclusive news. Night edition of exclusive news. Wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice, maybe you're in Africa, you are in Europe, it's still daytime, the hot afternoon in Africa and Europe. But here in Southeast Asia, it's late in the night. As you can see, look, the news that are coming in are all exclusives. Exclusive news for you tonight. Why am I saying exclusive? Exclusive because they are issues that we've been talking about, but right now, it looks as if we have become prophets. We have become prophets, in our own way. Whatever we declare is what we see coming into pass. Quickly, let's go to the news. Speaking on YouTube channel 5, an England legend said, "You've got Levi Colwill coming through, young player, and I was that young guy once. If there are people in my way who aren't playing in front of me, I'm thinking, right, he obviously doesn't like me." Who was he referring to? Who was this England legend referring to? He was referring to Gareth Southgate, leaving our own Levi Colwill on a bench and deciding to play Harry Maguire, who has not been playing for Manchester United for a very long time, who has been sitting on the bench of Manchester United, and Levi Colwill, who has been playing consistently for Chelsea. You left him on the bench. This is what an England legend, Rio Ferdinand, has to say. Former England defender Rio Ferdinand is worried about Levi Colwill's confidence after Gareth Southgate's decision to start Harry Maguire over the Chelsea star last weekend. Maguire was included in the Three Lions team for their recent 1-1 draw with Ukraine, despite having barely played for Manchester United this season. And Ferdinand thinks that could have a negative impact on the likes of Levi Colwill and Fikayo Tomori. Speaking on his YouTube channel 5, the United and England legend said, "You've got Levi Colwill coming through, young player, and I was that young guy once. If there are people in my way who aren't playing in front of me, I am thinking, right, he obviously doesn't like or doesn't rate me." That means the coach doesn't rate Levi Colwill. That is how the player will be thinking. And in that case, it goes to affect his confidence level, the player's confidence level as a young player coming up. You chose to play the 30-year-old who has not been effective in his club. And you left the young 20-year-old who has been playing day in, day out in his club on the bench. He was speaking about this even after the Ukraine match. Little did he know that even the last game that they were going to play against Scotland, Levi Colwill will still be left on the bench. My dear friend, you see, we've been talking about this. We spoke about this earlier on today. We spoke about it today. Now let's move on. I leave that to your judgment. And he says that, and if it's only a smidgen of percent, that's enough to knock you off your game confidence wise. When you go to an England camp because you are sitting there training and thinking, I know he doesn't rate me, because the proof is in the pudding. Like they say, the sweetness is in the pudding. Yes, until you taste the pudding, you wouldn't know the sweetness of it. That is what he said. He said the proof is in the pudding. And the young player will feel discouraged. He will lose his confidence if care is not taken. This is what the England and Manchester United legend had said concerning Harry Maguire playing ahead of Levi Colwill in the England setup, that they couldn't even win. At the end of the day, Harry Maguire came in and even gave an assist or his own goal. Super, what they call it? Super sub, they call it. Right? All right, let's go to other news. Let's go to other news that I also spoke about why I said I call myself a prophet of our day. Now listen carefully. Chelsea are leading the race to sign Victor Osimhen from Napoli. And the report saying so claims they may even have agreed a deal already. This is what I want to hear. It seems like there's already a deal in place for Victor Osimhen. in Chelsea. Because as we speak, Victor Osimhen has not signed a new contract presented to him by Napoli yet. He has not signed the new contract yet. And he has 2 years on his contract left. 2 years. Now listen, Osimhen was arguably the most coveted striker in the transfer market this summer. But Napoli held firm and kept their center forward. However, interest in the Nigerian international from other clubs is not going to fade away ahead of the new year. According to Football Transfers, Chelsea have decided to make Osimhen their top target for the summer of 2024. Meanwhile, they are said to have taken the lead in the race to sign him ahead of rival suitors such as Arsenal. Chelsea secure agreement to sign world most wanted striker in 2024. This is where the issue is. It's been predicted or said that Chelsea already have an agreement in place with Victor Osimhen for 2024. And that is the reason why instead of them to go and buy an expensive striker, they went in for Jackson to be backed by Armando Broja, so that they can qualify the team to the Champions League. Then next year, 2024, the new year, Victor Osimhen will now come in for the Champions League games. Do you see it there? You see what I see? They purposely bought £34 million player that can help us to qualify. Yes, so let's manage it like that until, 2024. Then Victor will now arrive to lead the tag. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Center forward has been something of a problem position for Chelsea for a while now. Players like Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner have been prolific elsewhere, but have struggled to replicate those talents at Stamford Bridge in recent years. Chelsea evolving their attack. This season, Mauricio Pochettino can choose between Jackson and Armando Broja as his main options at center forward, as well as another new arrival, David Washington. Christopher Nkunku was brought in over the summer from RB Leipzig to add a new element to their attack, but he has since suffered an injury that we know. Osimhen became one of the most highly rated strikers on the planet last season when his goals helped Napoli to a rare Serie A title. During his time in Italy, he has scored 62 goals from 104 appearances for his current club. Christopher Nkunku was brought in over the summer. Okay, I read that already. Osimhen became, by the time next summer comes around, there will be only 1 year remaining on his contract with Napoli, unless they are able to find a way to extend it. Depending on how they do this season, Chelsea could be in a strong position to offer Osimhen the next step and first taste of Premier League football. They will have to make a major progress in Pochettino's first season in charge to right some wrongs from last term. But adding a player like the former Lille star could be the missing piece they have been trying to find. Now we are speaking. Now these guys are now making my week, my day. Now we are speaking. Now that, yes, this is what I've been looking for. I told you, listen to me carefully, friend. You see, there are news, there are breaking news, and there are exclusive news. There are some information that you need. You know, information is very powerful, right? News is very powerful. Now, when you are informed, you know what to do. But do you know that it's not easy to get certain informations? There are times you have to pay to get what you want. Yeah. So there are some informations people hold tight on their chest. They will not let it out for anybody to hear. You have to pay before you can get it. And that is why I advise you to join this channel. On that top corner, that top side, that top of the channel, as you are on my page now, you see there's a place they put join. Click on that button. Click on it and join. Just click on it. Register yourself there. It's a little money. If you are in Asia, it's about 15 ringgit or 20 ringgit or 100 ringgit, depending on how much you want to pay and the kind of news, exclusive news you'll be receiving. and the role you're going to be playing. If you pay the 100 ringgit amount, that's the biggest amount, you'll be partaking on our live shows. And whenever we go live, we could be on Zoom, or we could connect to you by phone. You contribute towards our discussion, panel discussions, which we will be starting very soon. Panel discussion. If you choose the 15 ringgit, you'll be updated on exclusive news. There are things you may be doing, 20 ringgit as well. It depends on where you are and how much you pay. So please just click on that join button and find out how much is that amount you want to pay and how you will pay it. I will link up with you. Be part of it, and you get exclusive news. All this information I'm bringing to you, I'm also paying for it somewhere. You cannot get it in some part of, I'm also paying somewhere to deliver to you exclusively. Help us to grow, my friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and on your notification button as well. Okay? Let me hear from you in the comment section about everything that I've said here tonight. And remember, Chelsea players, they are trooping in gradually. They are arriving today. Tomorrow, every player will be in camp. The first training is taking place tomorrow morning, and every player is expected to report in camp in anticipation and preparation towards Sunday's game against Bournemouth. I'll see you when you see me. Shalom and peace.